I think both of these keepers could text about their respective uninvolvement.
Lovely bit of skill. Vinicius Junior proves just a little bit too strong. Can he get it through? Oh, that's an excellent interception. He's a sharp little ball here. He's picked his way through. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
And that's definitely not his best.
Arsenal really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel they can hit hard on the counter-attack thanks to their pacey options.
Well, the referee has made it pretty clear now that this is his last chance.
Well, he knew what he was taking on there, Peter, and special delivery from the ref.
NEPES. João Cancelo. Aims beyond the defence. Tries to play it through. Oh, Red, nice interception. Oh, that's fabulous. And the shot! Goal! Arsenal! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Arsenal have taken the lead.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting it.
Oh, that is rather wayward.
MacArthur really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Ambitious ball here.
Gordon really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Some resolute defending there. Has a look and plays it forward. Yildiz. It's a threatening ball. Rabiot. Yamal is onto this. And it's made its way to him. That's a lovely, neat pass. That has been slung wide. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Chouameni, pass somewhat off target. And it's Cancelo. Can he get on the end of this? He's going to have to tune his rangefinder before the next one. Quality ball. Pass is just off target. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
MacArthur clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Foyt tries to pass it through. Rashford is wide and looking to get onto this. Not the most accurate pass. That's a good run down the left. Rodgers, and the shot! And that is the end of the first half. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. MacArthur finding themselves behind by just one goal at the break.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly. And so the action is resumed.
MacArthur really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. just looked a step too slow on everything.
João Cancelo. Reinildo cuts out the pass. Knocks it into space. Driven in.
Yeah, I think if that can be repeated, there's a good chance of a goal.
Rodgers. Now it's Gordon. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Looking for the run. Collar. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
And here's Yildiz. No, it's Yildiz. Space for him to turn and look.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Collar is being harried and hassled.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
That has been knocked clear. That has not gone well. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Rodgers. Now it's Gordon. Now it's Rashford. Great ball if he can get there. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Yellow or red? It is red. Well, he waited a little while, but it does seem that the referee was eventually convinced that that was a clear enough chance he denied.
Substitution on the field.
He's having a good look here.
Yildiz.
So a genuine chance to increase the lead.
João Cancelo. Number 43. Coming on the field. Number 45. Osman. Number 25. Number 11.
Oh,
Substitution in progress.
Has another go! It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
Arsenal really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Denied brilliantly.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, there really isn't enough happening up front, Peter. They just haven't been afforded much by way of creating chances. They must start showing some bite.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. And here's Perez. 75 minutes played.
Arsenal surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be...
Chance for a shot! And a neat finish! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Oh, he was definitely fully focused on that, Peter. His reaction and anticipation got him there when everyone else was spectating.
Arsenal are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, I think it's just the reward for their application. They've played with great courage to try and kill this off, and for me, it looks like they've just about done it.
MacArthur will have one further opportunity to make a substitution after this, their latest change. No, again, there's no way through. Perez.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
He's shifting through the gears here. Rodgers. No, he can't get past him. And he shoots! Just cruising! They are cruising! It's all becoming so easy. Everyone waited for the cross, but he had other ideas.
Peter, you have to have a certain imagination to produce the incredible, and that was incredible.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Gordon, unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Arsenal have reclaimed it. And it's Mario.
There will be
Rabiot.
3 minutes added time.
This is the time you need that pace. That's alert and sharp and very well played.
Great vision. Well, that's surely a foul, free kick. And that's going to be a booking. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. And that will be it. MacArthur have very little in the way of excuses here, simply having no answer to a display that was stunning, scintillating. There was to be only one outcome.
Just a quick announcement. And
How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Well, Peter, I really couldn't see what this team was trying to achieve, whether it's the manager's message not getting through or not having the right players in the right positions. It all looked a bit lost.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening.